God is with him wherever he is. Yes, that God is with him. If a man is the day I had it, I cried and all that. So the suppression and intimidation and then liberation of my people, total emancipation of my people. You know, and that attracted Operation 18 days. You know, that is pure intimidation and suppression. I thank God that today the world, and no be female no, and they are not happy. So, federal government has to redress their steps, because when God says yes, nobody can say no.
Absolutely.
So the death of your father, but I told God, and I said, Lord, let the death of Nande, father and the mother, be a seed that will germinate unto liberating the poor masses. Let the blood move like fire for the realization of the sovereign state. So, Ndono o Kasie o wute nka eji nwa okwe na mbilite n'ọnwụ at the last day anyị nchaga na ihe afụkọ ya fọdụ ihe afọ igwe for lọlọ. So asị nka ndị ka nsi unu ndo anyị nchaga ine ka o mere anyị nchaka o mere. So ka anyị Kasie ekene eme unu nwa bụ ndị n'ebe a, please. For the courage amidst every other thing, for the courage. I'm very, very happy to see you all. Thank you. Eze okay. Kasih kiri na dozi oji nwa dozi aso kaitanya tatando kaitanya nweta nwere onwe kaitanya nweta ọgwụgwọ nsọ ka ewe Chineke nne bago na-eche mba kpuchie na the Father so maka ịgọzi onye bụ ọjị aga
ọ na-ezika na kibe obi dịkwa na ntana kpọrọ pụrụ ebe ata ile anya dịka ikwu ihe mere n'afọ abụọ gara aga bụ afọ atọ ebe a ihe a na-eme mana mgbe e kwuru ụfọdụ ndị aghọtaghị ya mana anyị ma nọ ihe mwute nye anyị na nne na nna anyị anapụtara mana otu si masịrị igwe mana dịka nke a na-ekele Chukwu abịa n'ihi na otu ndị iro chiche ya mgba 2017 na ọwụta ha kwesịrị mana nke o meziri taa otu si masịrị igwe anyị ga-atọ ji a anyị ga-atụta ahụike ise ihe anyị na-achọ bụ Biafra anyị ga-enweta ya ise okpona ọbụla jikwana gị ebe a okpona ọbụla gị dara ise a na-ewere ọjasị Chineke Chukwu kere eluigwe ọ na-ala ibe nke na afara okwu dakịta gọzie ya gọzie ndị nne n'ebe ihe ọbụla ha ji bịa okwu ha ji bịa okwu ha ji abịa ihe ọbụla ha tiri aka ọ ga-agara ha nke ọma ise anyị ga-atọ ọjị atata ndụ ise tata ahụike ise site na aha Chukwu ka abịa ma pụrụ ihe niile ise 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 ndị ọzọ ofu tinye na akpakọ ọwa ọjị dịkwa ọrụ egwu ngosi ya.
Father, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for
You're welcome.
making your time to visit this family.
Yes.
We appreciate you so much. Father, it's indeed a tragedy that before this very family, but from the word of encouragement and much prayers, they have been consoled by the Almighty Father. Looking at the scenario that painted out that led to the death of the Royal Majesty and Lolo, What can you tell the world to pick from this very incident that took place in this family?
Well, it is quite unfortunate. When I heard the news, I was deeply saddened because it was a sheer act of intimidation and suppression. So that orchestrated their death. Of course, I know that the shock was unbearable for them. So we thank God for everything. It is really, disheartening.
Thank you very much. Father, may look at the nation, Nigeria, and the crisis that surrounds every region in Nigeria. The plight of the Boko Haram and all the mayhem that is going on in Nigeria. What do you have to say as a priest ordained to speak for the poor masses and to put people through and keep their faith going, because we all the grace of the Almighty that we can trust in this nation? What do you have to say, Father?
Now, you see, the problem is that we left the substance and we are pursuing shadow. Good. It's obvious that the presidency is not in control of this government. As you can see, incessant killing, people are being butchered unnecessarily. Fulani has been killing people, and up till now, he has never proscribed them as a terrorist group. That is sheer, partiality and injustice. The security system of our country is porous, very, very porous, very, very porous. People are agitating. The West are agitating. Even the prophet of God today, all of us are agitating. We are praying for peace. We are praying for a country devoid of nepotism and intimidation. That is the mission of Nnamdi Kanu. I always tell people, this man is like a lone voice crying in the wilderness. The problem with our people is what I will get in this government. But they never knew that they are picking crumbs. Our senators and all that, Igbo leaders, senators and all that, governors, they are picking crumbs falling from people's tables. They have accepted second-class citizen. No, it is highly suicidal, and that is cowardice.
Father, you single yourself out because we understand vividly that you have been the voice that people can reckon with. What is going on in the institution of priesthood and those pastors and the bishops around this country, that everyone look up to them, because we believe that the cost they are fighting is the cost of freedom. Jesus came preaching the freedom of humanity. Why are so many of them mute regards to this restoration of the cost of restoration of the sovereign nation of Biafra?
You see, good number of them, I will say, today they are agitating. Initially, good number of them didn't understand the just cause. But now, good number of them have come to join the train, though secretly, I must say. But at the same time, they say that brevity is the soul of the wit. It's not easy to stand out in this country, Nigeria, and to speak the truth for the fear of being butchered, for the fear of arrest. I'm telling everyone here the honest truth. But then, as priests, we are out a Christus. That is another Christ. The day you were ordained a priest, that day was the day you died. According to Bishop Futu Jesu, when Christ calls somebody, it means come and die with me. So it's only few people who are ready to speak out. Only few who are ready to speak out. It's not that what is not my conscience. I believe in speaking out. Federal Republic of Nigeria has failed us. There is no peace, no love, intimidation and suppression, miscarriage of justice. Look at what is happening today in our Supreme Court and all that. So tell me the reason why people will not agitate. The agitation has crossed boundary. It's not only now people are joining their voice to that of Nande. That which I saw years ago. Of course, people called me and said, this thing you are doing, be very, very careful. Even my brothers, they are afraid and all that. Stop listening. And I said, so far as God liveth, if what I'm saying is right, I know that God is with me. Unless I'm doing it for any selfish interest, which I'm not doing, not saying anything out of selfish interest. I could have been here yesterday, but because of some heavy engagement I couldn't. I say today I must be here.
Thank you very much for coming and to identify with the family. You are indeed a minister, because we know them when they speak. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has proven to be a prophet for everyone, for the less privileged, the masses. His voice has made a wave for people like you to come on board. We want to tell you that we appreciate your impact and your input towards the struggle, and more especially to see that the people of Biafra is restored back to their normal life. Thank you very much for visiting the family.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So, can I say for them before her?
Okay.